You know how people say that Singapore got no talented musicians, or don't say musicians, people never say that, use that word, like talented, they always say singers or something, talented singers maybe, or nice music, good music, you know. Most of the times it's for their taste and most of the times they are like the kind of guys that drive their cars to the 8 to 5 jobs and just need some kind of noise to, you know, tingle their ears which is okay that's how you are, but you know, I feel that with how small our our population is, right, the number of musicians we can actually bring will be smaller I would believe so. Maybe not everyone will be able to, you know, make good music. I think the music thing, besides, you know, learning whatever, it also comes from your heart If you can't imagine how to do it, right, it will be quite difficult Ubuntu was a very personal EP. Well, everything I do is kind of personal to me, but that was like the first official kind of release. So the whole idea was, like, the whole EP was basically about my life You know, how I start my day, which is by sleeping, and how I start my night, which is, you know, by making music, and the in-betweens of my life, you know, like my girlfriend, you know, like Thanks Miss Panda, for example. The people around me were affecting what I was doing, because my life is pretty much a very simple life so I realized, like, I am because you are, or I am because we are, or, you know, that kind of stuff. It was just the proper moment when I realized, like, oh, Ubuntu, you know, like, I found out about Ubuntu and I was like realizing, like, oh, that's kind of what I'm going through, you know. Everything around me kind of affects what I do and from there, you know, every other release was kind of like, you know, I had to think of words to describe, or just random stuff because you think about it most of the times my music is very instrumental and no words and stuff, so how the hell do you think of, you know, phrases and stuff? You know, it's either I just whack the top of my brain that I could feel, or it's something that I've written from the start And I Love You More with Every Word, because that one started when, like, I wanted to do something for my girlfriend for, like, our anniversary. Actually, like, there's actually like a little thing up there where it's she got this portrait thing for me, you know, where it's like, you had me at hello and I love you more with every word, and that's the name of the EP You know, I was planning to write her a song and stuff but it didn't come to my head on how to do it, so I was just surfing through YouTube, and for some reason I was very interested to listen to Toria Moa, and I wanted to listen to his his older stuff And I found like a demo, like a raw demo and stuff, and then I was listening and it was so good. It was so nostalgic and it made me feel so happy and, you know, remembering the good times. And what I was more interested was the sound, you know, it was very raw. And just from that, I started writing straight away. And I never left my room. Like, it was crazy, man. Like 2 days just non-stop. I slept for a while, but I woke up and straight away started writing. So it was like, you know, one song end and I straight write another one, because that drive was there. Yeah, John Cage once mentioned in this interview in his house, I think, he was saying that, you know, the sound of Mozart, Beethoven, Bach, they will always be the same, you know. It's always like a certain mood, phrase, you know, whatever. It will sound good but always be the same in a way on how they compose, perhaps But the sound of Traffic will always be different. And that blew my mind immediately, because besides it being true and, you know, straight to the point, it's just about life You know, every day you can get out of your house and be inspired, because every day will be different. You might see the same uncle walking past you to his car to drive off to some, you know, ulu place to work. But he'll always wear different, you know, clothing. Everything is always different. The number of steps he takes to his car will be different. The sound that his shoe hits the floor will be different. Everything will be different. And that pushed me to realizing that, you know, music can be just like that. Don't, you know, ostracize yourself to thinking that, you know, I can't do it. No. There's no rules to music at all. So with that mind frame, I started my stuff, and, you know, here I am lah. You know, still, you know, still not really happy with what I've, you know, not saying I'm not happy with what I've done. More like I want to do more, but, you know, at least once I leave NS lah, hopefully I can do more. I like bands that hustle, you know. Now with like the fact that you can record anywhere, you know, I like this kind of bands that, like, just because I got no money cannot record, so don't wait until we save then we record. I like bands that, you know, buy the gears, go at home, record the stuff. That's I like how Kaji like recorded this stuff. It was just so interesting. The vocals go to some room and record into I think it was like a pod, like a recorder or what. It was just nice. It may not have sounded like super good, like sound quality, but the music was there. The fact that we want to record something, put it out. Now that's the hustle. I feel like the best music comes out of that lah. Like Singapore, you know, all of us being very busy. You know, we must work to earn money. We must, you know, we cannot do this for life. We must get a daytime job, blah blah blah. But no, that's not the thing. You know, the hustling thing, right? The want to work hard for that music, through whatever means, right, is the reason why your music will sound good in the end, even if the recording is not good. And that's why I loved it. I think hustling really is important. I'm not sure how it feels like to make music. If you can make music and you're rich, right, at the same time, right, as a young kid, I think you are lucky. I wish I was there. Buy all the gear. But, you know, hustling is like something very important to me. So I always respect people who go through the DIY approach, you know, because the music shines throughout the noise. Hybrid theory was basically because when I first started doing this whole electronic music thing, I didn't really know anyone. I wasn't going to home clubs, you know, for all the nights. I wasn't going anywhere. You know, I knew about Blue Jazz, but I didn't know about the upstairs. So I was lost. And after a while, I knew that, you know, when I hit a certain level, I felt like, you know, you should always give back to your community. That was the idea. And then since then, you know, I wanted to reach out to people that, you know, didn't have a voice or didn't have a place to go, and, you know, try to experiment and grow. So I found a lot of guys, you know, we've done collaborations, and, you know, the whole idea also is try to be spontaneous in how you work, you know. So I always try to push them to, like, let's just, you know, write a song and let's just finish it, like, you know, ASAP. Now, we don't think about it, we just go with it. And I'm trying to find like a lot of other people that, you know, do other things. You know, it's not just about, oh, I do chill wave or whatever, you know. It could be anything, you know. You could be doing hip-hop beats, you could be a singer-songwriter. Since we're so small, you know, we should try to help each other, and, you know, collaboration really inspires people to work more. And since I'm always about, you know, trying new things, I think it's good to try and like spread that into the culture. So yeah, that's hybrid theory. Right now, I think the Singaporean sound is everything that comes from the heart, because shit, there's so much music out there. You know, maybe you want to put, you know, saying la or sial in the music may make it a bit like a Singapore thing, but the real thing is more like us all coming together and knowing that other people knowing that we live in a very strict country, and yet we still produce that sound, that kind of music. You know, could be from words or a certain sound or a riff or whatever. We may not live in a place that, culturally speaking, you know, it's not very, you know, a good, no, I won't say a good place. I've got to be very mindful of my words. It's like a place that we can't really grow as much as we can, or we could, you know what I mean? We can grow, but it's always shocked if everyone is like, you know, hustling and bustling, and everyone's like, you know, we give you the support, this and that. But still throughout this thing, we still push forward and we still put music, good music. And that to me is that Singapore sound. It's the fact that we go through a lot in our lives, yet we still can do music. So there's no one sound.